Hey there, more random BS. That's my daughter in the background in the bathroom listening to rap music. She listens to everything. She listens to rap music. She listens to disco. She listens to dubstep. She listens to classic rock. She listens to reggae. She's 16. And so I'm very happy that she chooses to listen to different genres of music. And it's not because I'm a DJ. It's because she has good taste. So, I hope everyone's been drinking a lot of liquid, warm or room temperature or hot. No cold water for this virus because the virus thrives and breeds in cold temperatures. So basically pour boiling water over lemon. Like last night I was squeezing a whole lemon into a cup and then I poured boiling water over it. And I love lemon and I love lemon in water, but I do not like hot lemon water with no sugar or no honey or nothing, but I did it. Again, as we've been saying for weeks, keep up on your vitamin C, boost your immune system, zinc. So for vitamin C, again, I've been eating a lot of oranges, the little cuties. I love those. I had a whole bunch of them today. My body was just craving it. Lemon. You can even make lime juice or lime water, whatever. Well, you know what vitamin C is in all different kinds of fruits. Grapes are good for you. With regard to zinc, rice, quinoa, I think like oatmeal, oats and grains or something like that. Beans. Okay, so that covers zinc, that covers vitamin C, water. Remember that this virus does not like heat, so get plenty of sun because it does not like sun. Besides that, because it's hot and it doesn't thrive in heat. Besides that, the sun gives you energy, so you should get sun anyway. I know that when a lot of people are resting or hiding from something, they kind of sit in the house, and that's really not the best thing for you. If you're not getting sun, you're not really healing yourself. Everything on this planet is here for a reason, whether good or bad, and the things that are healing to us are natural, not medication, but food. Food is medication, depending on what you're eating, of course. And the sun is healing. The sun gives us energy. The sun keeps away coronavirus, things like that. Still, weeks later, people are crashing through the stores, and we're pretty much on lockdown. We're allowed out, but it's kind of good that they're doing this. The stores have new hours for now because they can't handle the rampages of people who go into the store and take everything for themselves. I'm picturing it like they're stocking and people are grabbing as they're stocking. So on the past week or so, hours have changed. Like Smith's was 24 hours. It's right up the street from my house. It was very convenient. Then they started closing 2 weeks ago at 10 p.m. and opening at 8. And then more recently, in the past probably 7 days, they changed their hours from, I think it's 8 to 8. I think at 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. is senior time. So they've added that also, which is a good thing because a lot of people were not caring if seniors who are more susceptible to this due to their immune systems, they weren't leaving anything for them. Nobody was caring. It was like I went into Smith's 2 weeks ago to grab baby shampoo because my daughter likes to wash her face with it. And we always have 2 because she pours it into a container that she can pump. So I went and there was nothing on the shelf. And I went the next day and there were 3 on the shelf. And I said, oh, I can take all 3. But did I do that? No. Let's be sensible. So I thought immediately, I don't have to remind myself or tell myself. It's just kind of a nice gesture, or it's just human. Well, I don't know what human is these days, because I look at these people, but to leave something for somebody else. So I took one, and then I even said to myself, should I take two? No, I'll take one, and then maybe when I come back another day, there'll be more, and this way 2 other people can get what they needed today. That's how people should be thinking. You're in such a panic that you're stressing yourselves out, and by the way, stress is not good for your health. Stress is, well, your body's supposed to live in harmony. And if it doesn't, that's why they say you have disease or dis-ease. There's no ease, there's no harmony. So when you're stressed, it's the same thing. So you're panicking about this virus, which also, in panic, it brings fear. Fear is very bad for you. Stress is very bad for you. So now you have both. And then you're running around like maniacs, focusing on nothing but taking everything on the shelves. And you're already weakening your immune system. And you're also weakening your immune system, as we've mentioned in the past 3 videos, by running around worrying about what you're wiping your tush with and how much water you're drinking. And yes, you do need to drink water, but so do other people. And you're not worrying about boosting your immune system. There's still tons of oranges and tons of vitamin C and everything you actually need to prevent this virus, or if you get it, to maybe stop it from getting to the point of where you have pneumonia. Because antibiotics, as far as I've heard, do not work on this virus. So you better boost your immune system. And I'd like to say that since we've all been talking with each other, whether it's online or personally, that you calm down about wiping your damn butt, but you haven't. Because still, weeks later, there's still, every day, no toilet paper in the store. So Smith's opens up at 8 a.m., I guess 7 for seniors, but 8 a.m. And before they started doing this for seniors a couple of days ago, I said, okay, so you open at 8. He's like, yeah, but you might want to be here at 7:15 because there's already a line out of the door, of course, because people want to wipe their ass for the rest of their lives and not worry about anyone else. By the time this is over, they're going to have so much toilet paper, it's probably going to take up a bedroom in their house. So, I said, and you're out by what, 11, 12? He said, no, we open the doors at 8 and we're out of toilet paper and water by 8:30. That's pathetic, because there's supermarkets in everybody's neighborhood, but it would seem like the people in my neighborhood, for the past month or month and a half of getting as much toilet paper as they can, they'd be kind of finished and just keeping up with, maintaining the amount that they have. But it seems like people are coming from all over. And I know this because when this first started and everyone started panicking, well, not everybody, just the nonsensical people, we would have to go to different neighborhoods or an extended neighborhood to get stuff, which we still couldn't find. So, and the strip, wow. I saw pictures that people were sharing online and videos of the empty strip. So look at this as just a good time for everyone just to get to know yourselves better. Do your hobbies, your passions, spend time with your kids, read maybe, just be creative, do some art. It's really a time right now, depending on who believes in this stuff, because you've been brainwashed to believe every other thing but the truth. But right now is a time where Mother Earth, or Gaia, is purging. And this would not be the first time it's happened before. So also, we're going into the 5th dimension. So spiritual people, I know that they know what I'm talking about, and everyone else who is either not a believer in any of this, or they're religious, or they don't believe in that either. They don't believe in these words of the 5th dimension and all of this kind of BS to them, but it's what's happening. Even for the past I'm going to say since 2012. I mean, I've been talking about this since before 2012, but since 2012, there have been a lot of changes on Earth. And recently, probably in the past, I'm going to say year, but more recently in the past few months, there's just been all of this new energy entering people, and they don't know what to do about it. But spiritual people pretty much know what's going on and just take the ups and downs of this forced energy entering, our bodies. So we're going through a lot. So Earth basically is purging from all of this negativity, all of the war, all of the abuse, all of the lies, all of everything negative that we've had in the third dimension / kind of rocketing on the fourth dimension, but now going into the fifth dimension, the age of Aquarius. And I just kind of wish a lot more people were waking up. And I don't mean, like, people use waking up today as, like, they say woke. Whatever you mean. I mean, we all just have different, I guess, meanings for it. It really just means one thing. So everyone's like, I'm awake. You're not awake. Sorry. I'm awakened. Well, what does that mean? I mean, they don't even know what it means. You're awakened to what? You're still living like a freaking slave and puppet and in the Matrix, and you're not awake. If you do it because you have to, but you realize what's going on, that's one thing. If you keep doing it and you listen to everything you hear in the media and you walk around like a puppet, you're not awake or woke or whatever you want to call it. Sorry. When you don't know what this energy is, or you don't know what the fifth dimension is, or you laugh at people who say things and you tell people who aren't religious there's something wrong with them, you're not awake. When you're spitting out words, I'm sorry, from the Bible, you're probably not awake. Because spirituality and religion are not the same thing, just so you know. So, while talking about this, if you have a low vibration, you attract low or let's say negative experiences. If you have a high vibration, you attract better experiences, positive experiences. So, I mean, so much talk about I'm awake and karma and this, that, the other, and everyone has a different story. I mean, there's one story. There's universal laws, and they don't change, just like math. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so say you have a low vibration. And that means that you attract your vibration, basically. So, like attracts like. That's exactly the meaning of like attracts like. The law of attraction. That everyone just thought that they can just do, okay, the law of attraction, so I think and then I change my reality. But no one ever told you how to do that 10 years ago or, 8 years ago. They're just getting into the little parts right now, which is, you find that so many people are doing it because there's certain people who focus on certain things and they can't really focus on everything, so it's okay that you listen to several people, but they really need to know what they're talking about, and they can't just say you have to be positive and you think a thought and it comes, because that's just not how it works. But I'm not going to get into that now. That's a whole other video and topic. But as far as vibrations, you need to raise your vibration, not only because the fifth dimension has a higher frequency, and you need to be on that frequency, or you're not going to be in 5D, you're going to stay in 3D, and I'm not going to explain that now either. But with this purging right now, and with this virus right now, so if you have a low vibration and you're attracting things on that same frequency, you can attract bad experiences, bad people, other people who are on a low vibration, because mostly people who have a high vibration don't really want to hang out with people who have a low vibration. Like, I've had plenty of those people in my life. They're very negative, and I can't deal with them. Like, I want to actually throw up. I know that sounds so weird and like, oh, dramatic. It's not dramatic. Like, if I have to have people in my life talking about other people and being really negative to the point where I've had to walk away from them, turn away, just say, okay, I need to go get something to drink right now, go to the refrigerator, say whatever, kick them out of my car, like, why? Just be positive. And I'm not saying like every day of my life I've been positive. Trust me, I've had some experiences where I always try and turn a negative into a positive, but sometimes it's not that easy. I've had some negative experiences because I let it get me down. I really, of course, try not to ever do that anymore. So it's the same thing basically when you're living with a low vibration. It's not that hard for you to get sick because your body is not in harmony. You're not supposed to be on a low vibration. You're supposed to be floating around with a high vibration. The higher the frequency, the less likely you are to get sick and have bad experiences. So not only should you be concentrating on boosting your immune system, I mean, it works. I don't know, I can't really compare it to a car. I guess I can compare us to any kind of machine. Just I'm not so great at fixing cars or anything. So I'm great at like books and talking and doing research and writing and being a DJ. Those things that I like to do. But as far as, fixing cars and whatever, but we can compare that. They say that we are the most intelligent machine on Earth, and we're not just a body, and we're not just a mind. And please stop saying your soul as if you have one, because you don't have a soul, you are a soul. And this body is what you have for this lifetime. It's your vehicle to experience humanity, a human experience. So you, what you call your soul, your higher power, your higher being, your inner self, your inner being, whatever you want to call it, is always up here, high vibration. Always. So then there's your ego, that unless you retrain it from being brainwashed in the matrix, can have a low vibration, a high vibration. We see people with high vibrations all the time. They're positive. They have good lives. They have cars that they want. They have the homes that they want. They have the job of their dreams or their own business, and not sick. So there's that reason. So you have to be healthy in mind, body, and spirit. So all of you can be in harmony. So you need to not just focus on boosting your immune system. Well, first, for you, those of you who only focus on wiping your butts, you need to focus on your immune system. Then for those of you who focus on your immune system and don't care about your butt, because if you run out of toilet paper, which could inevitably happen, you can jump in the shower and wash your butt, right? Okay, so worst thing. That's like the worst case scenario with the toilet paper. What happens if you don't boost your immune system? You can't really do anything about that. It's too late. You get sicker, you stay the same, you go to the hospital, or you drop dead. I mean, boost your immune system. And then there's your mind. there's your positive thinking or your negative thinking. Just make it positive, because you want to attract positive experiences. You need to raise your vibration. So more important than toilet paper is to raise your vibration and to boost your immune system. Raising your vibration is basically boosting your every system, because that's how you are supposed to be. You're supposed to be on a high frequency. You were born that way. Look at babies. Look at infants. And then watch what happens to them over time as they go to school and listen to the BS that they're taught, because a lot of those things aren't true. And then listen to media. I mean, I don't like the news, although I've been watching it, periodically throughout this time of virus. But I don't find that I was ever brainwashed by any of that stuff. I don't like to have a regular job because I don't like to be forced and told what to do for a certain amount of hours and to do whatever I'm doing for someone else and never get anything out of it. I've never been that way. And I did it for a while because I wanted to, because I enjoyed where I was working, but it wasn't really getting me anywhere. Because you weren't put here to get someone else somewhere. I mean, helping people is one thing. When you're doing absolutely nothing for yourself, then you're doing it for somebody else, and you're getting nowhere, and then you're not happy, and then your vibration is lowered. So in this time that you're either willing or forced to stay in your house because you're on total lockdown or partial lockdown, you should think about these things. And now is a good time, excuse me, to raise your vibration, because you're not miserable doing things all day long for someone else. You're not forced to do something you don't want to do other than sit in the house. You don't even have to sit in the house. Go outside and get some sun. I still see people going to parks. They just stay away from each other. So it's a really good time to take advantage of the time that you have for yourself. Because for years and years I've been writing about how in Western society we don't, or a lot of people don't, take the time out to do what they need to do for themselves. They don't know who they are. And you are trained in the Matrix not to know who you are. Well, hyper reality's really got everyone going. I mean, it's like, who's got the best house? Who's got the fastest car? Who's got the juiciest burger? Who's got the bigger burger? Who's got the biggest combo? I mean, come on. Does everyone want to just get fat, not know about themselves, and drop dead? Because that's how it's been. It's probably hard to understand when you're really not spiritual. So if I say we're in this dimension and Earth is leaving this dimension and going into the other, so Earth is purging of all of this negativity and this dumb BS with people just not... Okay, so Earth is living, it's consciousness. Every living thing on the Earth is consciousness. Dogs, earth, trees, all of this is consciousness. I mean, we fill the freaking roads and everywhere we can with concrete. Can Earth breathe? I mean, we just do these horrible things and bombs and... and you would think that if it was your consciousness, if there's all this stuff was happening to you, you'd need to purge and breathe. But what they're saying basically is, and it's really hard to explain, is that as Earth is purging and leaving the third dimension, some people will stay in this dimension and not go. So it's kind of like Earth is shedding but moving and leaving an old negative Earth behind. And people will stay behind. Especially low vibrational people, those who haven't purged of their own bad experiences and who keep holding on to things from the past and who abuse other people and who just don't have it right and you're just not on that frequency. So by all means, you want it not just for this virus, but just in general, like, know who you are. Raise your vibration. Do a little bit of soul searching. Like, just be quiet and sit and listen. Not listen to where, oh, I hear voices, I'm going to a psychiatrist or a whatever, psychologist or whatever it is. That's your inner self. That's you talking to you. But this ego, wherever you are, pretty much has free will to do whatever, and a lot of times it makes some really bad choices. So just get healthy. Mind, body, and spirit. Anyway, I will talk to you another day. Thanks for listening.